Step inside any modern home after a storm, and you may see water stains creeping along ceilings or feel damp spots in the attic. While most people blame shingles, flashing or gutters, the truth is far more insidious. The majority of roof leaks start inside the timber itself. Moisture penetrates the wood, and from there it works its way outward, weakening joints, warping beams, and eventually manifesting as visible leaks. Ancient builders across Europe, Scandinavia, and Asia understood this hidden danger and developed solutions that protected roof timber for centuries. Today, we're exploring why most roof leaks start inside timber and how the old-world solution can be applied today. Subscribe to the channel now, because this knowledge can save your roof from decades of hidden damage. The first key to understanding internal leaks is timber selection and preparation. Medieval and Renaissance builders didn't rely on fast-grown plantation wood. They sought dense, slow-grown timbers with tight growth rings and high resin content, which naturally resisted moisture penetration. Timber was felled during the dormant winter months when sap levels were lowest, minimizing sugars and moisture that fungi and bacteria feed on. After felling, the wood was air-seasoned for months or even years, allowing internal moisture to leave gradually and the fibres to stabilize. Modern construction, by contrast, often prioritizes speed and cost, using kiln-dried, fast-grown timber that may still absorb water internally, creating a perfect breeding ground for rot and hidden leaks. Choosing slow-grown timber and allowing it to acclimate is a critical first step toward preventing internal roof leaks. Roof geometry played a decisive role in controlling moisture. Medieval roofs were steeply pitched, directing rain and snow quickly off the surface. Extended eaves and overhangs, you see, protected rafters and joints from direct exposure to water. This combination of slope and coverage really minimized water pooling, which is, in fact, the primary driver of internal moisture penetration. Modern shallow roofs, or minimal overhangs, often leave rafters exposed to prolonged wetting, allowing water to seep inside and initiate decay before any leak is even visible. Even a slight increase in roof pitch or extending eaves on modern construction can, replicate centuries-old protective strategies. Ventilation was, another essential element that ancient builders used to keep timber dry. Roof cavities were intentionally breathable, with air entering at the eaves and exiting at the ridge. This passive airflow carried away moisture-laden air and condensation, preventing it from settling inside timber beams. But nowadays, modern homes often rely on tight insulation and vapour barriers that trap moisture, creating, ideal conditions for internal decay. Adding continuous ridge and soffit ventilation or even small passive airflow channels along rafters allows timber to breathe and really reduces the chance of hidden leaks forming. Surface treatment, complemented slope and ventilation in protecting timber from internal leaks. Medieval builders didn't coat timber with impermeable sealants that trap moisture. Instead, they applied pine tar, oil, or even a bit of light charring to exposed wood. These treatments, well, they repelled surface water while allowing trapped internal moisture to escape. Modern synthetic sealants often do the opposite. If breached, water becomes trapped inside, accelerating decay. Using breathable water-repellent finishes today achieves the same protective effect that really kept old-world roofs intact for centuries. Joinery and load distribution were equally important. Beams were connected using interlocking joints, wooden pegs, and scarf joints that allowed slight movement. Wood could expand or contract with changes in humidity without cracking, preventing the creation of microchannels where water could enter. In modern construction, rigid nails or screws create stress points and allow moisture to infiltrate. Even incorporating flexible joinery principles in small repairs or renovations can significantly reduce the risk of hidden internal leaks. Snow and water management, extended well beyond just clever geometry. In regions with heavy rain or during the melting of winter snow, ancient builders would often include secondary timber layers or arrange shingles in such a way that they encouraged rapid runoff. Water never really had the chance to soak into the rafters, and any incidental moisture would evaporate quickly thanks to good airflow. Modern designs actually can still use this principle by staggering roof layers, ensuring there are proper runoff channels, and of course keeping roof cavities well ventilated. Finally, regular inspection and maintenance were, built right into the system. Ancient builders made a habit of routinely checking roofs, especially after storms, reinforcing any weak points and replacing small sections before rot could spread. Modern homeowners often ignore attic and roof inspections until water is visibly leaking, and by that time the internal timber may already be compromised. Establishing a routine of seasonal checks, clearing debris and repairing minor damage early, it actually mirrors ancient practice and, quite frankly, dramatically extends roof life. Applying these lessons today doesn't require reconstructing a medieval hall. Start with dense, slow-grown timber, season it properly, and of course protect exposed wood with breathable finishes. So, when designing your roof, you'll want to make sure it has a sufficient slope and extended overhangs. Also, it's important to incorporate passive ventilation and ensure flexible joinery. And, don't forget to inspect your roof regularly, especially after storms or snowmelt. Even applying just a few of these strategies can honestly prevent those hidden leaks from forming inside your timber, keeping your roof strong for decades to come. If this guide gave you a new perspective on timber, moisture and roof longevity, I'd encourage you to subscribe to the channel and share this episode with someone who might be struggling with rotting rafters or those unexplained roof leaks. Relic logic exists to uncover ancient building intelligence that, quite remarkably, still works today, teaching us how to protect timber and build roofs that last centuries, just as the old world builders did.